Good afternoon and welcome to Captain Stitches. Hi, I'm Jean and this is my week in review. And those of you that follow me know that, yes, it's been more than a week. I do believe it's been about 3 weeks since I've been able to do a week in review, but hey, I'm here today and ready to share with you what I've been doing in the Stitching Cottage. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, by the way, and like what you see on my channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you receive notifications of any videos that I drop at any time and any lives. Thank you very much. And also, don't forget that thumbs up. Now, to get right into what I have been doing as far as stitching goes. Lots of things I've been doing on the sidelines, been keeping very busy, but let's see what I have been stitching. First of all, you may notice the quilt hanging on the design wall behind me. Well, there's actually another project hanging in front of it, but I wasn't able to fit the entire quilt in view on the design wall because it is close to being a king size quilt, and this happens to be my husband's retirement quilt. He retired a few years ago, but I've had the quilt done ever since he retired, but I have been hand quilting it, and it keeps being pushed to the side as I do other projects. But I finally decided it was time to get it finished. So it is completely finished, completely done being hand quilted, and there is the quilt hanging on the design wall. When I take it down, it's going to be put on um, his bed for the time being, and then it will be probably hung on the one wall in our living room for a while. But there are some photos on fabric on it that depict some of the buildings that he worked in during his time of work, and trucks and things like that. And then all of the these white snow blocks that you see, snowball blocks, excuse me, are all have been signed and have things that people that knew him, worked for the county, contractors, and all that kind of thing, signed them and wrote down a message to him. So very, very meaningful and great memory. And it will also, because it's a lot of the workers for the county, some of the county commissioners and that type of thing have also signed it, so it will be a historical quilt as well. But so that is complete. Very glad that it is done. Can't see real close, but it is a 9 patch quilt with a snowball block. Alternating is what the pattern is on there. And because it was for Greene County that he worked for I think it was, I don't know, several years, but it has green borders, has a green fabric backing on it, and the corners of the snowballs are done in various different green fabrics. So there you have just a little background on that quilt, but very glad that it is finally completed. And the one that you see hanging on there, I am going to be stitching along with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, volume number 8, Gatherings. That is taking place, and that is actually going to be the focal point on my background that everything else will be added to. There will be a prompt every week for 6 months that this stitch along takes place. So that is going to be the main. It won't be right smack center, it'll be off a little bit, but that will be the largest piece on there, and that is from a different quilt that I had that it was supposed to be part of, and I decided I wasn't doing that quilt, so it is the center of that one, and it is called Wuthering Heights. The fabric is by Three Sisters. It's a Moda fabric, but that is a vase, as you can see, with flowers spilling out of it. And it is all going to be done in needle turn applique. So I've got that ready and we'll be working on that. Since it was up there, that's not one that's completed, but have been working on it, getting it prepared and ready to start stitching. One of the other things that I have completed is the Kathy Schmidz woven wreaths. Let me see if I can get a little closer with that. But that is this. It is all done in embroidery and it is all hand quilted as well. And the binding and everything. And even, yes, even has a label on it. So it is totally complete. And I have it hanging over on my little stitching corner with the other projects that have been done as a group through Captain Stitches, because this was a stitch along with some of my stitching friends that follow me. So that is also done and complete. And of course, as you know and saw, which we'll just point at that, you've seen it, my embroidery slow stitching journal, that was the 10-part series, and our last recent stitch along is totally complete, and it is sitting right there on my lap app so I can look at it from time to time. Another thing that I have been working on this week is, some of you may remember, this was also a stitch along, and it is the Rose Counted Cross Stitch needle book. So I have started working on getting the pages in that done. So several pages here to work on, but yes, I am back to working on and getting that completed. So just part of the things that are going to be on that. So I am working on that currently, and I have a friend. We are doing a quilt together that is called, we are both doing a quilt, and we will be exchanging we will be exchanging 6 blocks with each other. 6 of my blocks will go to her for her quilt, and 6 of her blocks will come to me for my quilt. And there's 20 blocks total in it. It is called Twisted Sisters. It is a pattern by Fons and Porter. And these are all 20 of my blocks are complete. So just kind of a flip through there so that you can see them. So I am waiting because of course I need the 6 blocks from my friend before I can start putting the center of that quilt together. So that is also been worked on this week. And then a project that is going to be one of my lifetime achievement quilts, I did pull out and I'm going to start working on. Some of the prep work done for that, but it is a cathedral window quilt. I am doing mine with 3 different backgrounds. Gray is going to be the main color for them, and then I have 2 pink fabrics that I will also be using, but those will be my backgrounds. I have a few already cut, ready to hand stitch here. Mine is going to be done totally by hand stitching, and I have some Cape facet fabrics. You can't see all of them there. Oops. But those are what are going to be the squares in the center of the cathedral windows, which, yeah, several different strips there of the Cape facet fabrics that will be used for the windows. So working on that also, that's going to take a while, and that's why I call it a lifetime achievement quilt. Once and done. Let me see, is there anything I am missing? Well, of course, because I'll just scoot out of the way here for a second. You may notice my floor stand hoop is there. The retirement quilt was on there. Well, it's empty now, so another quilt has to be put on there. So I got up in my storage attic this morning, and I have been quilting for many, many years, but I have never finished the first quilt that I started. And that is this quilt. And I will take it out of here, but I am hand quilting it. So I decided, okay, it's time to get that done as well. Since the hoop is empty, I will be putting this one. This is the only quilt that I have also that has polyester batting because it was my first quilt. I since no longer use polyester batting, but set that off to the side there. But I'll see if I can hold this up. This is a 9-patch quilt with an hourglass block alternating is what makes the pattern on that. And if I stand up and hold it, I think you can see how I am doing the hand quilting on that. You can get a glimpse and an idea of that. Some old calico fabrics. They are from Piece Goods, with any of you that are familiar with when that store used to be around. They had lots of different crafts that Piece Goods carried. But so, and this is, I do believe it is a queen size quilt as well. So hope to get that on the hoop sometime today and get started working on that again so that it can be completed. Something just something just fell over there. I don't know what, but that's okay. And in this little basket up here, I just have a few other projects that I pull when I want a break or whatever from some of the others that I'm doing, and I work on those. So that is also up there. And one of the other things that I have going on is, you know, that I either do block of the months or stitch alongs from time to time. And I am currently working on designing our next stitch along. Don't know when that is going to be. Going to give you a little break. I know some of you are still finishing up your slow stitching journals from the last stitch along, so we'll give you some time and a break before we start another one. But I am currently designing that. So I do believe that that is everything that I have been working on. I'm sorry I don't have a mail haul for you today because I myself is the one that suggested it, and few of us ran with it. The month of July, I was on a no buying, no no buying, no spending for anything that had to do with the quilting or stitching in the Stitching Cottage. So I don't have anything to show you because that was the entire month of July. So hopefully the next time I do a week in review, I will have a mail haul with a few things in it to share with you because I do know you all enjoy seeing the things that I get and have purchased or received for the Stitching Cottage. So that, yeah, that was quite quite the challenge, but I'm happy to say that I stuck to it and I did not purchase anything, fabric, anything, not even notions, nothing for the Stitching Cottage for the entire month of July. And didn't purchase anything August 1st either. Well, I'm trying to think. I may have ordered something. I may have ordered something August 1st. That will be coming, but we shall see. So that is everything I have for you today. Thank you everyone for watching, and don't forget to check back in for my next week in review and see the progress that I've made on the things that I have shown you that I will be working on. And I think there's something I'm forgetting, but Oh, yeah, just a little bit of an update for those of you that follow and know the reason that I have not been on and haven't been able to keep my normal schedule for my YouTube channel is because there has been a setback in my husband's health. So I don't have the time to do everything that I was doing. I am spending more time taking care of him and doing other things that he is no longer able to do. So my schedule may have gotten less with being able to be on doing videos and lives, but believe me, I am very, very busy keeping up with everything that needs to be done around here. And seeing to it that hubby is taken care of and receiving lots of tender loving care so he can hopefully get better. But thank you everyone, and thank for those of you that have sent well wishes and prayers. Much appreciated. Keep them coming. Love you all. Take care, and until next time, remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye bye everyone.